A very useful tool is the recorder. It lets you record the parameters of the gas installation. You can find this tool in the recorder section. By default, the recorder starts recording automatically after establishing communication with the controller. The recorder records data only when connected to the gas controller. The window consists of a trends panel, the values panel with up-to-date values, and a ribbon displaying the recorder's features. You can modify the currently displayed parameters in the values panel, depending on what you want to observe. For example, you can show speed instead of switching temperature. Click with the left mouse button on the parameter name you want to change, and choose the OBD context menu from the drop-down list. At this moment, you cannot select any option, since the controller is not linked to the OBD. Navigate to the OBD tab and connect to the controller. Once this operation is complete, you can choose the speed parameter. To improve the clarity of the trends panel, you can enable or disable certain parameters. To do this, uncheck the ones you don't need. To toggle all parameters on or off, click on any parameter name and select the options Select All or Deselect All. You can also display the scale of the observed values. In the Operations menu, select the Scale panel option. You can see that the parameters are organized into groups of 4 charts at each level. To enhance the readability of the runs, you can turn off Extended Mode, which will display only 8 instead of 16 parameters. At this level, only 2 charts are displayed. You can also completely hide the value panel. You can stretch the charts to occupy the full height of the Run panel now. Select the Full Scale option from the Operations menu to proceed. Go back to the default view now. During any moment of the recorder's operation, you can place a marker, which will assist you in locating the areas where issues arise later. The fastest method is to hit the spacebar. Don't forget, in the older Nevo family, the spacebar was used to switch between gas and gasoline. In NEVO-SKY, this switching is done with the tilde key and the spacebar places a marker. Using the spacebar to add a marker functions in all program windows. You can analyze the markers after the ride is completed. Moreover, markers show up in the calibration windows. In the model and map sections, they are displayed as brown triangles. On the correction maps represented as single cells, highlighted in brown. In order to stop the recorder, you need to press the stop button. Right now, you are able to browse through the gathered data. Remember, in online mode, the current parameters of the gas system are displayed on the sidebar. Once you go offline, which means disconnecting from the controller, the sidebar will display the values recorded in the device. The same applies to the model, map, and correction maps. To move the cursor of the recorder, represented by a vertical blue line, you can press and drag it, or utilize the shortcut with Alt, Shift, and the left or right arrow key. To navigate one sample at a time, you can adjust the zoom level of the recorder's view with the Ctrl-Shift-X or Ctrl-Shift-Z key combinations. You can find these and other options in the Recorder Options menu. Pressing the next or back button allows you to move through the markers. Pressing the delete button will erase all markers. An additional diagnostic tool is the search function. To start it, simply press the search button. You can select the search conditions for the recorder here. Here, we are searching for instances where the average gas injection time falls below 1.5 milliseconds. Keep in mind that 1.5 milliseconds is the time for stable opening of KME Phoenix injectors. When you have chosen the search conditions, hit the search button. The software will show the ranges where the conditions are fulfilled. We can now move between them with the next and previous buttons. These segments are highlighted in blue on the progress panel. You can swiftly locate the maximum or minimum value of the selected parameter. For this, click the name of the chosen parameter and select Find Max or Find Min. The program will find the defined value and set the cursor of the recorder on it. Keep in mind that only values to the right of the recorder cursor are taken into account. To save the recorder, you need to press the Save Buffer button. Select the car folder and name it in a way that is readable. As an example, start with the year, month, and day you collected the data. Then input the make and model of the car from which the buffer originates, its size, power, and production year, and a short description of what the file pertains to. This way you will be able to easily return to the recorder. The content of the buffer is cleared when you press the Clear Buffer button. To To load the previously saved buffer, press the button. Load the buffer and pick the right file. Remember, the recorder file does not store configuration and calibration settings, such as the model, maps, correction maps, and so on. You can save them in a separate file from the main menu. Make sure to save the settings, or use the Ctrl and S shortcut. Keep in mind that the buffer won't clear automatically when you connect to the controller or save it. Clear the buffer before starting data collection. Failing to clear the buffer will create a large file filled with unnecessary data. You can also view the recorder in the Map tab and Correction Maps. To activate it, click the right mouse button on the separator and select the recorder from the context menu. You can also adjust the window division by grabbing and dragging the separating bar. If you wish to view the recorder on other windows, you can open a separate recorder window by selecting in the Recorder tab. Operations Functions. Small recorder window. A good practice is to work with your own value panel view. You can load the settings of selected parameters from another recorder by using the function Load Variable View from File.